Okay, folks, we're going to do the second part of the multi-step income statement. So, chapter 4, multi-step income statement slides. Go to slide number 4, and we're going to pick up at operating income. Okay, we all know how we got to the operating income of $14,000. So now we're going to be working on step 3 and step 4. Step 3 is where I left off the last video talking about secondary or non-primary forms of income. Okay, hence the reason why you see other revenue slash expenses. And the expenses is in parentheses for a reason, because they're going to be a minus number. Okay, so it's going to be a negative number for that, so to speak. So if you take a look under other revenue expenses, you're going to see that this Best Appliances Inc. had interest income of $300, and they also had interest expense of $450. Now again, the expense amount will be written in parentheses and would technically be the negative number. So in this case, you can see it's very simple, straight to the point. These numbers are going to be given to you. So interest income of 300, you paid out 450, which means you have a negative $150. So you'll see the subtotal line there of total other revenue slash expenses of a negative $150. That is all you have to do. Really what you're looking for in the other revenue sections is you're looking for interest income or dividend income, U.S. bond income, things like that. You'll see it. It'll say the word income. The other thing you're looking for is interest expense. Okay, that's pretty much the only other type of expense that you're going to see that you're going to list there. So really you're looking for the words interest income, interest expense, or dividend income. Those are the three topics, three things that could be in there. All right. So once you go ahead and subtotal them, you may only have expenses. Okay, there may be a problem where all you have is an expense there. There may be a problem where all you have is an income there. Each problem is different, but again, it would be listed inside your question for you. It's plain as day. The one thing I cannot stress enough to you guys is you have to make sure that you read your questions. Okay, this stuff is going to start coming fast and furious, so please make sure that you pay attention to the questions. Go back to your lectures, re-listen to them. I'm breaking them up into smaller lectures for everybody's benefit. Okay? So the fourth section on a multi-step income statement is our tax section. Okay? And this line is something that we learned from when we did the simplified or single step income before income taxes. Okay? Income before income taxes. Now, how do we get that amount? Well, that's a simple subtraction. You're going to take your operating income, which if you follow along on your calculator is $14,000, and subtract $150, which is your total other revenue slash expenses. And if you were to subtract 150 from 14, gives you our 13,850 amount listed for income before income taxes. The next line, just like on your single step that we performed earlier, is our income tax expense. That's another number. Now, keep in mind, these numbers are mainly have to be given to you. You're going to see from your problems, they're going to be given to you. You're going to see from your homework assignment, they're going to be given to you. Okay? So that number of $2,200, $2,200 was given to you or would be given to you. And all you need to do is subtract that. If you end up with a positive number like you see here of 11,650, that's what we call this company's net income. That's how much money they made. If you come out with a negative number there, that means the company had a net loss. They lost money for the year. Okay? It is possible for it to be a negative number. Is it likely? Well, not really, because there's not too many years that people who are in business will accept a loss. If you're losing money every year, why are you in business? So that would be a key indication of, hey, maybe it's time for me to pack up my stuff and go. All right. So those are the 4 steps to the multi-step income statement. So we've done the latter of the 2 just now. And what I want you to skip to is I want you to skip down to your slide number 13. Slide 13 is the explanation of the other revenue and expenses. Okay. Now keep in mind, these are other revenue and expenses. This is money and expenses that are not from their normal operations. Okay. If you look here, it says revenue or expenses from investments, aka dividend, interest, investment. Those are all types of incomes that you may see. Mainly the dividend and the interest income is really the 2 main ones that you will see here. Interest and other expenses from borrowing, aka the interest expense. Like I said to you, you're only going to see one type of an expense, and that's going to be your interest expense. Okay, these are revenue and expenses that do not relate to what the company normally does. Okay, if the company sells COVID masks, okay, if they're earning interest on their investments, that's not their primary source of income. The sale of the COVID mask money is their primary sales. Okay. Again, in bold print here, it says show revenue as a positive number and the expenses as a negative number, because that is how they affect the net income. If it's an expense, that's going to lower your net income. And if it's a revenue, it's going to increase your net income. Okay. Again, the last thing is these are called non-operating revenue and expenses. The key here is that it's not in the normal course of their business. It's not what they do on an everyday basis. Okay, so please keep that in mind. Slide 14, income before income taxes, simply shows you how to get your income before income taxes. Okay, and that is your operating income plus or minus, or plus your other revenue. Okay, if no matter what, you add your other revenue and expenses section. If you have more expenses, it's a negative number, so adding a negative number is going to subtract it. So it's not a very hard slide to go through. Slide 15 tells you about your net income and how to get it. Okay, this is what we consider our bottom line. This shows if the company's making money or losing money. If it's a positive number, it's net income. If it's a negative number, it's a net loss. Again, this determines the success of a company. If the company is doing well, it should be making money. It would be a net income. If it has losing money and it's lost money for the year, that would be a net loss. Typically, good companies don't always lose money. Okay? No matter what, they always seem to pull a profit. It may not be a lot of profit, but they seem to pull a profit. Okay? Slide 16 again is your ending. Okay, that's what your multi-step income statement should look like. That is what I'm going to be expecting to see. Now keep in mind, on your multi-step income statement, there's 4 steps. Keep in mind, the only types of accounts that are listed on your multi-step income statement are your revenue and your expenses. Those are the only types that you should see on there. Okay, I'm going to take this minute or 2 left on this video. I have uploaded your homework assignment for the multi-step income statement also. And I just want to quickly go over it real quickly. So if you get a second, pause your video and pull up the multi-step income statement homework and open that document up. This document is due November 30th, the day you come back from class. It has 3 questions on here. The first question says, under which section on the multi-step income statement do the following accounts fall? So your choices are A, B, C, D, E, and F. I am telling you to skip freight expense, office salaries expense, corporate office rent, and advertising expense. Skip them. So the first one I should see is interest income. Now, out of the 4 sections on your multi-step income statement, where should interest income be? And if you're looking at it, I'm hopefully having you guys all say the letter E, which is other revenue and expenses section. Take a look at sales returns and allowances. Well, sales returns and allowances are not really on the multi-step income statement, but they're used to figure out your net sales. Take a look at your net sales slide. So I would put number 4, sales returns and allowances, under letter A. Unearned revenue. Well, I'm going to give you a hint and say, what type of an account is unearned revenue? And I'm going to leave it at that. Number 6, cost of goods sold. Well, that's pretty self-explanatory too. Number 9, interest expense. Well, even though this says expense, the key there is the word blankety blank. Moving on to question number 2. What I want you to look at in question number 2, this is the most basic multi-step income statement you can prepare. I give you sales of $23,920. I do not give you any sales returns and allowances or sales discount. So the word sales actually comes out to being your net sales. And then you can see the rest of the information from there. You'll go ahead and complete your multi-step income statement using that information. Number 3 on the second page is a little challenging. And I wrote you a little note there. It says, keep in mind, I only want the multi-step income statement. So some of the accounts on this trial balance don't belong on the income statement. You need to be able to go through a trial balance and find out what accounts do belong on a multi-step income statement and which ones do not. Okay, as a example, cash is an asset. Do you or have you or have I ever said cash goes on a income statement? And the answer to that is no, because cash is an asset. It goes on the balance sheet. Okay, remember your ALSDRE. I will tell you this multiple times. ALSDRE, ADE, LSR, all those acronyms are given to you for a reason. They will help you. Okay, working from the bottom up. Assets equals liabilities plus stockholders' equity. Those 3 accounts are on your balance sheet. Your dividends are on your statement of retained earnings. Your revenue and expenses are on your income statement. So what you need to pay attention to and look at this entire trial balance and say to yourself, oh, wait a minute. Some of these don't belong here. Does common stock ever on a multi-step income statement? No. But this one does have sales, sales returns and allowances, and sales discount. Okay, so this one's a little challenging, but there's nothing that you cannot handle. Pay attention to your slides and follow your template. These are easy questions if you're willing to take the time and follow through with your slides. Make sure you have your template open. Okay, if you have to, take a picture on your cell phone and keep it next to you as you work on your laptop or however you need to do it. Personally, I cannot work without 2 screens. So it's very difficult for me to be working on the Surface here, doing what needs to get done because I'm so used to having dual screens. But when I'm at home and I'm grading your papers, I try to have them on dual screens. So I have your homework on one and I have the question on the other so I can follow through your mistakes. And hopefully there will not be any of those. All right, so this homework assignment is also going to be November 30th due date. It is listed there, and both of those assignments are kind of indented to the right to make them stand out to you a little bit more. Okay, so hopefully you've paid attention and you've got this, and we're going to keep moving on.